The story begins with little Kenji Sato playing joyfully with his parents. He loves baseball and is fascinated by Ultraman. What Kenji doesn't know is that his father, Dr. Sato, is actually Ultraman in secret. One day, when a monster named Jantron attacks, Dr. Sato rushes off to fight, leaving Kenji at home with his mother. Time passes, and 20 years later, Kenji has grown up. He is now a famous baseball player, talented but a bit arrogant. Returning to Japan after playing in the US, he has also inherited his father's duty as Ultraman. At a press conference, a reporter named Umi Wakata asks him why he suddenly left the US team just before his first championship, hinting at the loss of his mother and family matters. Kenji avoids the question, but soon a monster appears in Tokyo. With no choice, Kenji steps up and transforms into Ultraman to fight. After a battle with the monster Narenga, Ken feels underappreciated after citizen complaints. However, he gets beaten and escapes as the Kaiju Defensa Force, KDF, intervenes. Ignoring his father's urging messages to fight, Kenji is reminded by his AI assistant, Mana, of an interview with Umi. During this private interview, it is revealed that Ken and his mom moved to LA while his dad stayed behind. Umi probes into Kenji's secretive and arrogant nature. Dr. Unda, chief officer of the Kaiju Defensa Force who hates Ultraman and Kaiju, monitors a transport team delivering a secret package. However, they are pursued by the winged bird-like Kaiju Jantron. Ken is forced to abandon a game and battle the beast. Jantron loses consciousness on top of the package, which is revealed to be an egg, and baby Kaiju soon hatches, forcing Ultraman to take her with him before the KDF kill her. Ken struggles to manage his new responsibilities. The baby, who is 20 feet tall and sees Kenji's Ultraman form as her mother, wreaks havoc until placed in a containment unit. Meanwhile, Dr. Unda instructs the KDF to capture it alive. Ken, refusing to accept help from his father due to his strained relationship with him, he argues with his father over past grievances, revealing that he only became Ultraman because his mother buggered him. She later went missing. With the help of his AI assistant Mana, Ken reluctantly raises the baby. Ken struggles with his career and parental duties. He reaches out to Umi, a parent herself, and asks how she deals with parenthood. She acknowledges that it's not easy but can be rewarding and surprising. Over time, Ken grows emotionally attached to baby Kaiju and teaches her how to play baseball. One night, Ken drops out of an interview with Umi due to baby Kaiju escaping and running around city. Recognizing baby Kaiju as the missing asset, Unda demands Ultraman to hand her over. Ultraman refuses and accidentally injures baby Kaiju's shoulder while trying to save her. He takes baby Kaiju home and finally contacts his father for help. Sato succeeds in healing baby Kaiju. Unda reveals to the KDF's captain his plan to exploit baby Kaiju's echolocation to find the undiscovered Kaiju island and destroy all monsters. Unda justifies this as a means to an end to protect humanity after his family perished during a Kaiju Ultraman incident. Dr. Sato names the baby Kaiju Umi after Kenji's mother and insists on raising her to avoid the dangers of sending her to Kaiju Island alone. Kenji, Dr. Sato and Mana raise Umi, training her to use her powers. They retreat to an old family abode, where Ken discovers his father's efforts to find his missing mother. As they reconcile, KDF drones find them, but Umi destroys them and enters a pupil stage. During an attack by more drones, Dr. Sato is injured, and Kenji, as Ultraman, eliminates the threat and brings his father and Umi home. Umi emerges from her cocoon with wings. She hears the calls of her birth mother across Tokyo Bay and flies towards her. The KDF soon attack Ken's home, destroying Mana and his father's tube disappearing into the sea. Ultraman tracks Umi to the middle of the bay, where they both encounter a mechanized Jantron. Ultraman attacks it but stops when he notices flesh beneath the metal, realizing it's not a machine but the original, still alive with armor plating. However, losing control of his heart rate, Ken reverts to human form and falls into the ocean. Dr. Sato appears in his Ultraman form and saves him. Umi manages to break the KDF's control over Jantron. Unda transforms a KDF craft into a giant mecha and battles the two Ultras and Kaiju, blaming Ultraman for the death of his family. Unda is defeated but triggers a self-destruct sequence. Ultraman forms a barrier encircling him and the mecha. Unda watches videos of his family one last time before the detonation. Later, Umi finally interviews Ken, having survived and now sporting an injured shoulder. Umi notes that Ken has matured recently and Ken attributes it to his family. He shares a voicemail from his mother that expresses her hopes of Ken reconciling with his father, and that their decisions as parents came from a place of love to prepare him for life. Ken and Sato succeed in finding Kaiju Island with the help of Umi and Juguntron. In a mid-credits scene, Umaka, Ken's mother, contacts him for help, revealing that she is alive and in trouble.